Happy Monday. All right. So how, Scott, you want to shut that door because I'm probably going to be screaming here. Well, happy Monday to you too, Scott. So anyways, sorry about that. But this is live. You never know what could happen. You could have a monkey run by. Or when you have ADHD like me, you could have about 13 squirrels, run by for sure. No telling. It is hunting season. You could get a big elk, run by. But anyway, so if you're out bow hunting this weekend, hope you had some great success. If not, keep at it like anything in life. It's that time of year again, and it's a great time of year. Smoke is a little less today than normal, but listen, this morning with my team, I went over how to find another listing from a current listing and another buyer from a current listing. Okay. So not only should you be advertising your listings in various ways, which we'll cover a lot of those, but using that to find additional business, right? Action begets progress, action begets contacts equals contracts, connects equals checks, whatever you want to say. But ultimately, it's doing what you say for your seller, okay? Everybody presents a CMA and a marketing plan and a listing presentation, and it's really just all about serving. So the first way that what we do when we take a listing, the very first thing that we do is we have our admin team download a list of 100 people and phone numbers surrounding that property. And then we use the just listed, or we call it just listed, just sold script. You just change the name to talk to the neighbors and tell them about the listing that we just took. So you're hitting them by, let's say, air. Okay. You'll probably reach 20 out of the 100, 15 out of the 100, but whatever it is, it's better than not calling them at all. And the script basically is very simple. It's just like, look, we just took a listing at 123 Main Street. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, and it's listed for $780,000. Do you know anybody that's looking to move into your neighborhood? Okay. Very few people get mad at you for asking them that. So focus on the positive aspects of the call. If you believe when you start calling that you're going to get a bunch of angry people, it's funny that you get a lot of angry people. It's almost like they'll pick up just to match what you are visualizing. Now, if you visualize happy people, typically happy people will pick up the phone because your voice won't be hesitant. You'll be bringing joy, bringing value, lots of those things. So you're attracting how you're acting. Let's just put it that way. I just made that up. So anyway, use that script. And then when they say, no, I don't know anyone that's looking to move into the neighborhood, but 15% of the people that buy know someone that lives there locally, okay? Family members, friends. It's a circle of people. So nope. So you can ask them. And then when they say no or yes or whatever, jot that name down, add them to your CRM. The next thing you should ask them, and I'm just referencing my notes here, obviously. Everything I do, notes. So don't wing much. Say, how about yourself? Any plans on selling in the next little bit? They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. And say, great. If they say yes, great. Set the listing presentation, do your pre-qualification. Then after that, you're going to say, okay, I understand you're not selling right now. Would you be interested in receiving a market report? Great. What's your email? What's a market report? It's where we send you all the new listings, all the pending listings, and then the sold listings once a week or once a month or bi-weekly or whatever you want to do for your frequency. It's up to you. We just put that in there and click a button. It does it for us, sends it to them. AI does that for us. You might have to do it manually, but it's still providing great value to the people. Okay. So you're building your database. That's a very important thing. Number 2, a non-ego social post. Nothing is more repelling than egotistical social posts. Okay. New listing, JPEG, no call to action. Everything you do has to have a call to action. Because for your seller, you need to post a link to something that captures the lead of the person who's looking at it. That way you know who's looking. These 2D ads are just these ads that go out and don't have any kind of call to action on them. Don't work. They really don't. So you have to have a way for the person on social or otherwise to click on it. They're not going to get deep into your content if it's just talking about how great you are. Realistically, go back and look at my feed. Am I bragging about how great I am? Because I'm not that great. So, I'm a sinner. I got a million things wrong, have gone wrong, whatever else. And I'm talking about experiences, trying to train and bring value to the people. Talk about what you loved about this house, or talk about what you loved about this person, or talk about what you learned during that process. Bring educational value. That's more attractive to buyers and sellers and other real estate agents. Okay, so do that. So a non-ego social post with a link that can lead capture in the comments. Now, sometimes you can post that link up above in the story, and that'll bring up a call to action link. That's fine. But the best way I find is if you just put it in the comments. Okay. Now, next thing, number 3, mail 100 postcards out to the closest people. Why that's so powerful is if you've called them, okay, made a social post, and then mail 100 postcards, then you're like, the chances of them knowing who you are if they got a postcard and then you called them, because you can call through that list multiple times, or when you call them and they get a postcard, now it's a second time, or if they saw you on social, that they've seen you maybe the third time they've seen you, that's becoming name and brand recognition. Okay, so that's so important. The postcard has to have a call to action for a home valuation on the actual postcard. That's, if it doesn't have some kind of call to action, don't waste $1. Okay, but send that around. Okay, very rarely are they going to pick up the phone and call you. You're hoping they do, but if you make it easy and there's a lead capture, for example, click this link right here in order to get your home's valuation instantly. When they do that and they put their address in there and their name and their phone number, so because they have to do that in order to get the report actually sent back to them and have the software to do this, well, it works a lot better. We use 2 or 3 different kinds of softwares to do that kind of lead capture, and you should too. Have your seller post the link from your website that hyperlinks to a sign-up form on their social media, referencing that you've listed it and that they can click on here to get more information if they're trying to sell their home. It's like instant validation. This person that trusted you is now advertising for you. It's very, very important. Next thing, do an open house or 2 per week, and do a super open house. And I went over that. Scroll back through my feed. You can learn how to do a supercharged, and I sent a video out to the whole MLS, supercharged open house. That's a really good way. Do not do an open house without a list. Before they come in the house, you need to know who they are, right? Just safety. Next thing, reverse prospect feature. Inside of our software, we've got, 30, 40,000 names in there or something like that. It tells us who potentially using AI would be a good fit for that property. And what a great way to reach out to those people and let them know that you have a new listing. And it's also very beneficial to your seller. You're going to tell more people about their house, and that's obviously your job. We use text riders in our signs. If you've been driving around Missoula or wherever and beyond, Kalispell and Helena and wherever, our signs have a quickly rider on them. We call it KWKLY. And that's a text where they can text in these 3 letters to this phone number, and it sends them, based on their geolocation, the information on the listing. It immediately does a lead capture for their cell phone. Okay, and that's done through the Brivity software. If you're not using a Brivity software, I recommend it highly. I don't get anything if you sign up, just so you know, other than knowing that you have a great software that's going to help you with your business. Okay. Next thing, when it pens or when it sells, call back through that list of 100. Then do just sold or just pended postcards with call to actions throughout all of these things. And lastly, do a social post with gratitude and a link to your home valuation, because that's good. People are going to have seen it before and they're going to see it again, and they're going to be able to go out there and you're going to be able to capture their information. There's no point doing any sort of advertising and spending your hard-earned money on something without a call to action on it. Okay. So hopefully these things will help. If you do these things and you do them consistently, don't do it once and say, oh, I didn't make $1 million. Do it time and time and time again, and you'll build your database so fast you won't know what to do. And if you do these things, you should find at least 1 buyer and at least 1 seller from every single listing that you do. Have a great day.